After 3 nights and 3 days of unconsciousness, Robinson Crusoe finally wakes up. The moment he opens his eyes, fear hits him instantly. All around him, the ocean is calm, but the sight in front of him is devastating. In the distance, the bodies of his companions float on the water as if they're peacefully asleep. But Robinson quickly realizes the truth. Everyone else is dead. The ship has sunk, and he is the only survivor. Overwhelmed by shock and grief, Robinson forces himself to move. One by one, he drags the bodies of his companions to the shore and buries them. By the time evening arrives, with no shelter, Robinson spends the night sitting on a tree, telling himself that once morning comes, he has to find a way back home. The next morning, Robinson spots the wreck of the ship in the distance. It looks like the sea pushed it closer to shore. Realizing this might be his only chance, he decides to return to the ship and gather as many supplies as possible. After nearly an hour of struggle, he finally reaches the wreck and climbs inside. As he moves into the lower cabin, he suddenly hears a dog crying from a nearby room. Startled, Robinson grabs an axe and breaks the door open. The moment it opens, his beloved dog Simba runs out. Relief instantly replaces fear. Simba is alive. Inside the ship, Robinson searches quickly, collecting food, essential equipment, and several guns. He takes everything he can carry before the ship sinks further. Using sticks and materials from the wreck, he builds a makeshift raft. With Simba and the supplies loaded onto it, he manages, after great effort, to reach the shore. But once he examines the supplies, reality hits again. The food they saved might only last for a single meal. That means survival depends on finding a way off the island as soon as possible. After resting briefly, Robinson grabs a gun and begins exploring the island. He crosses forests and climbs over rocky terrain, hoping to find any sign of civilization. But when he reaches the other side, the view chills him. There is no settlement. No human presence, only endless ocean surrounding the island. No ships pass this route. The chances of survival seem almost zero. Still, Robinson makes a decision. If any chance of rescue appears, he will not miss it. Every day he spends hours scanning the horizon with binoculars, hoping to see a ship. Days pass, weeks pass. 6 months go by, nothing changes. One day, while Robinson and Simba sit on the rocks collecting shells, Simba suddenly starts barking. At first, Robinson ignores it, but when he looks up, he freezes. Far away, a massive ship is moving slowly across the sea. Hope explodes inside him. Robinson lights the signal torch he had prepared and runs desperately toward the shore. But the ship disappears before the signal becomes visible. As a final attempt, Robinson fires multiple shots toward the ocean. The gunshots vanish into the endless roar of the sea. His last hope disappears. Exhausted and broken, Robinson returns to the shore. Simba begins crying beside him, and hearing that sound makes the moment even more painful. Robinson understands something important. Rescue may never come. If he wants to survive, he has to build a life here. He finds a safe place and begins constructing shelter using logs and branches. Slowly, life on the island starts to stabilize. There are fruits, animals to hunt, a natural hot spring, and resources to survive. Robinson develops a routine, waking up, cooking, hunting, and spending evenings watching the ocean under the stars. Days turn into months. Months turn into years. 2 years pass. Robinson begins documenting his experiences, sometimes writing in a diary, and sometimes carving memories into wood. Simba remains his constant companion, but loneliness is inevitable. The repetition of the same routine slowly begins to weigh on him. Night after night, Robinson thinks about Mary, the woman he loves. He wonders if she has moved on, if she has forgotten him. Then one day, everything changes. While walking with Simba, Robinson discovers a massive footprint. It's clearly human, but not his. Fear returns instantly. Someone, or something, is on the island. Soon after, Robinson finds small boats near the shore. They look recently used. Then he hears a strange drumming sound coming from the forest. Driven by fear and curiosity, he moves closer. What he sees is horrifying. Multiple tribal members are performing a ritual. A human sacrifice is about to happen. These people belong to a cannibal tribe known as the Alena, survivors who eat human flesh. The victims are outsiders, captured from another island. Robinson can't stay hidden. From a distance, he picks up a gun and starts firing. Panic spreads instantly. The tribals scatter, and the man tied to the wooden post manages to free himself. But even after being freed, the man doesn't trust Robinson. He sees him as something unfamiliar, almost otherworldly. In fear, he attacks Robinson and grabs his gun. At the same time, the tribals charge again from behind. Robinson keeps firing without hesitation. Some fall, the rest flee. Slowly, the man begins to understand Robinson isn't an enemy, he saved him. Still, tension remains, and Robinson, frustrated by the misunderstanding, returns home. Days later, Robinson is caught in a trap set by that same man. But Robinson easily escapes. Watching this, the man is stunned. Curiosity replaces fear, and he secretly follows Robinson to his home. There, he realizes Robinson is just another human. Robinson forgives him and gives him a name, Friday. With time, the two begin living together. A deep friendship forms. Robinson starts understanding Friday's language, and Friday begins learning Robinson's. They fish together, eat together, and life slowly feels less lonely. But peace doesn't last. One night during dinner, Friday explains his beliefs by drawing symbols of his god on the ground. Robinson laughs, misunderstanding the meaning. He tries to explain his own religion and gives Friday a Bible to read. But Friday can't read, and accidentally tears a page. Robinson reacts in anger. His harsh words deeply hurt Friday. He quietly leaves. Later, Robinson realizes his mistake. He searches for Friday for days. After nearly 10 days, he finds him and apologizes, even speaking in Friday's language. A smile returns, and their friendship begins again. Life stabilizes once more, until Friday receives terrifying news. The Alena tribe is coming back. Robinson decides this time he won't just defend, he will end the threat. Using gunpowder from the ship, they prepare a trap inside a cave and hide, waiting. When the tribals arrive and begin their ritual, Robinson lights the fuse. Everything goes according to plan, until something goes terribly wrong. Simba sees the fire and runs toward it. Robinson tries to stop him, but it's too late. The explosion destroys the cave, killing the entire Alena tribe. But Simba dies too. Robinson is devastated. He buries Simba with respect, while Friday stays beside him. But Friday knows something Robinson doesn't want to accept. Survivors may return for revenge. And grief changes Robinson. In despair, he tells Friday to leave, because he doesn't want his friend to die because of him. That moment begins the biggest conflict between them. After losing Simba, Robinson completely breaks emotionally. The island that once felt survivable now feels empty. In that grief, he tells Friday to return to his own people. Robinson doesn't want his friend's life to be in danger because of him. Friday hesitates, but then asks Robinson a simple question. Where do you really come from? Robinson answers, Great Britain. That answer changes everything. Friday explains that he has heard stories about people from England. According to those stories, outsiders came to their islands, seized land by force, kidnapped women, and killed anyone who resisted. To Friday, Britain represents cruelty. So he asks Robinson directly, Are you one of them? Are you my enemy? Robinson doesn't fully understand every word, but he understands the meaning. At the same time, something else becomes clear to him. If people from England sometimes reach these islands, then England isn't impossibly far away. That means returning home might actually be possible. With renewed hope, Robinson suggests they travel to England together, but Friday refuses immediately. He says he would never step foot in that country. To him, it represents pain. Robinson reacts badly. Hurt and frustrated, he speaks harshly. In that moment, Friday realizes something painful. Maybe Robinson never saw him as an equal friend, maybe only as someone beneath him. That realization deeply wounds him. For a moment, anger pushes Friday close to violence, but he stops himself. Instead, he leaves. Robinson is alone again. Desperate to leave the island, he spends days building a small boat from logs. But Robinson's pain pulls Friday back. Friday returns and tells Robinson he never considered him a stranger. He always saw him as a true friend. Robinson apologizes sincerely, not only for himself, but for the actions of people from his country. Understanding replaces anger, and the two begin working together again. Then, disaster strikes. A violent storm hits the island overnight. By morning, their boat is gone, swept away by the sea. Robinson feels completely defeated. Friday warns him that the Alena survivors could return at any moment. Without a boat, escape is impossible. So, Robinson makes a difficult decision. They will not run. If the tribe returns, they will fight and claim the island as their home. Following Robinson's plan, they set traps across the island. Soon, a group of tribals arrives. As they enter, many fall into the traps. A fierce battle follows, and together Robinson and Friday manage to defeat the attackers. But during the fight, Robinson is struck by an arrow in the chest. Peace returns, but Robinson's condition worsens. Friday refuses to give up. He cares for Robinson constantly, but realizes he cannot save him alone. Finally, he takes Robinson by boat to his own island. When they arrive, the tribe surrounds them, but Friday steps forward and tells his mother that Robinson is his friend and needs help. The tribe agrees to treat him. After several days of care, Robinson recovers, but the tribe has its own rules. They announce a deadly ritual. Robinson and Friday must fight each other. The winner may live or leave. The loser dies. Robinson is shocked. Fighting Friday is impossible for him. Still, they are forced onto a wooden bridge to begin the duel. Friday attacks, but Robinson refuses to fight back. He cannot hurt the man who saved his life. Robinson begs Friday to strike him instead. If one must die, Robinson offers himself. Just as Friday prepares to act, a gunshot echoes. Friday is shot in the chest. The British have returned. From a distance, they attack the tribe. Homes burn. Chaos spreads. The tribe tries to escape, but Friday collapses. Robinson loses his friend, killed by people from his own country. Robinson is devastated. The British capture the tribe and take Robinson with them. After nearly 8 years, Robinson finally returns to England. Meanwhile, Mary is shown waiting. For 8 years, she never moved on. She never married. Then one day, she hears a voice behind her. She turns. Anne Robinson stands there. After years of separation, they embrace. The wait is over. Robinson understands the value of those lost years, and the people he lost along the way. Robinson and Mary decide to marry, but even at the end, Robinson carries one memory above all: Friday. In the final moment, Robinson remembers giving Friday a garland, telling him it would always symbolize their friendship, a promise that he would remember him for the rest of his life. And that's where the story of Robinson Crusoe ends.